Everything I see takes a little bit away from where I'm concerned with myself and just like opens up a new place where I'm concerned about new people.
I'm not terribly surprised, and it may help because I have friends who have worked with refugees. I think they have almost in some cases a better glimpse of reality than we do.
As a white middle-class American, I've lived in one place my whole life, and I've had an education. I've only spoken one language. It's like as polar opposite as it can get. But then again, I could also say that I'm exactly the same as them. They just want to have happiness and provide for their family and live a fulfilled life, and that's all I want.
Something that this film really kind of crystallized for me was the small amount of assistance they receive and the challenges that they do face.
I mean, why would anybody leave their home, their culture, unless they were really forced to?
America is made up of immigrants, and I think that's something that needs to be acknowledged, that everybody came from somewhere else before they came here, and so immigration is not foreign.
People want to come to this country because of the opportunities that they believe are here, but I think we can see from the movie that it is very difficult.
It seems like there's a lot of energy put into bringing people to America, but sustaining them here, there's not a lot of effort. It seems like there's more work that needs to be done.
I know that when I have lived in foreign countries, it's been challenging for me and for my family to figure out how to move inside the mores of that culture.
Before we left our country, we had all these wonderful, thoughts about this country and how great it was. And that's one of the things that, brought us here is some of the generosity we saw among the American people and people who dwelt in this land.
I've always identified more with my mother's side of the family, the immigrants, and I feel like I'm just one generation away from that. So I felt very strongly that we need to let people come, welcome them, encourage them, help them get settled.
From a deplorable situation like a refugee camp, I mean, everything seems so easy. We think that when we get here, then everything is going to be all right. That's one of the misconceptions, acquiring, the good job and a good house, a good car and a good career. It takes a lot of work.
Who are you as an immigrant in this country? Who are you as a refugee in this country? What do you as a family want to hold on to?
Most people are just a product of their culture and their experiences and their, sure, genetics is a part of it, but we are formed in a sense culturally in the way that we're brought up and just the community that we're around.
I see the joy in their faces when they get to experience things they could have never had in their country. On the other hand, I also see the pain they have with feeling like they can hold on to who they really are and where they came from and still be able to be American.
It's really important for us to not stereotype immigrants, just to be able to give them that chance to just be people and equal in our eyes.
They had to hold on to the one thing they had and what culture means to them and what their families mean to them. And so with families I've worked with, I've seen them come and go through astounding situation, and they will work 3 jobs, and they will struggle to learn English to support their family, and they will do amazing things in situations that look to me impossible.
I think it's important to remember the similarities that we do have and being able to draw on those and realize that they are people too, and they're able to do so much, and just giving them the chance to be able to show that.
The only difference is where they were born and the opportunities they've been given so far, and I think if situations were switched, I could be a refugee.
I think it's very fascinating to look at the experiences of different countries and different people and to draw parallels with the elements that I find in my own life.
We often miss the person behind the issue. I was struck with the incredible wealth of imagination and dignity that comes from the refugees themselves as they navigated these incredibly complex situations.
By remaining open to what other people can teach me and tell me about their lives, about their country, about their culture, and their language. I think that I can learn a lot and understand how I would be if I were placed in their circumstances.
What I'm feeling most strongly is just a sense of hope
their hope and their courage, just accomplishing daily acts of survival, their attempts to live life, to pursue happiness and fullness.
I think that I enjoy very many privileges and opportunities that they don't, and I am grateful that I don't have to deal with those kinds of sufferings and memories.
The issues are complex, of culture, of language, laws, what they're coming from, what they may be experiencing. It's an issue that we really need to grapple with more as a country, and we need to do this in a compassionate way.
All of us are immigrants to this country, and we all deserve the same respect and rights and the opportunities. Immigration is an important part of this culture. So when I watch this movie, it gives me a sense of both gratitude and also of shame that I haven't done more to help people who don't have the same opportunities that I do, and that I haven't been very creative in thinking about solutions or how I can help. I've been so stuck in my own mind, in my own little world.
Doing something, taking some sort of action is better than nothing, and to remember that there's a life behind that action and that movement is really important. I know we give a lot, but could we do more?
I feel challenged by pretty trivial things throughout the day, and they have much bigger situations, much bigger challenges that they've had to face, and they have managed to stay strong through it all. I think these films, both of them, helped me realize that I do have more power than I think I do.